Hello there, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. You know it's October. That means it's Vlogtober. I film every day. I post a video every day in October and then later on in December as well. I'm probably one of the few people who still does it, but this video is going to be a compilation of things I found from thrifting, blah, 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 I can't talk, or things I find when I'm actively thrifting. And today I found a few amazing things. Now, I almost walked out because there's about 10,000 people in here. I don't know why, it's a Monday, but there's just nothing on the shelves. And two carts came out. I looked over them, a cursory glance, didn't see anything. And then, let me show you. All right, if you're a thrifter, if you're a reseller, you already saw those. You already saw those candle holders. This is a Rosie O'Donnell Barbie doll. It's a friend of Barbie. They want $10. I mean, resale, it probably sells for $15. I'm not sure if I would buy it just for nostalgia's sake, as I love Rosie O'Donnell, but I'm probably going to put it back mostly because it's $10. So that's going to go back on the shelf. I found a pair of Johnson & Murphy loafers that I just think are extraordinary. I love these. This just proves that I'm an old lady. They're practically unworn, and I just think they're really, really handsome shoes. I may pick them up. They're $14 minus my discount. I may, because I probably already have two pair of shoes just like this, so they might go back on the shelf. But I found this Empoli. They call it a champagne flute, but it really isn't. It's a vase. It's an Empoli piece of glass, which is just lovely. It's not going to bring me $1,000. It might just go with something I already have at home as a decorative piece, but it's only $3. And I think it's very, very pretty. That's going to go home with me. I found this little knick-knack box. It's by Blue Sky, Heather Goldmink. It's their March trinket box. And it's like a birthday cake, and it was from 2002, which, you know, of course, is the year I got sober, but also it's my birthday month, and I just think that's really cute. They do resell for a fair amount of money. It's only $2, so I might resell it. I might keep it for myself. I'm not sure. I found two candle holders by Nambe, if you're not familiar with the brand. And I think these are fairly old, 1994, is that the date I see? And they're really not scratched at all. And they want 99 cents for that one. And the other one, there's only two, also not really scratched. I think that says 1994, I'm not sure. But again, 99 cents. Am I on your way? I'm sorry. No. All right, and I found this Nambe vase or vase. It's filthy inside, but for $1.99. Nambe's a big reseller, and I haven't seen a Nambe vase in a really long time. I think that's very, very pretty. Again, for $2, that should sell. It's mildly scratched, but nothing unusual. But the stars of the show are these candle holders. They don't look like much, but they are incredibly collectible. They're just incredibly collectible, and I've found and I've sold a number of these. I've never seen, let's see, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them. They want 99 cents. The tall ones are 99 cents. One of them I think is more. I think it's $1.99 or something. $1.99. But yeah, these are incredibly collectible, and they sell beautifully online. This one right here could probably bring me $100. Hello. Thank you so much. I was about to leave, and then I found this. So I'm going to put Rosie back. I might even put the shoes back, but yeah, I'm keeping the rest. All right, I'm just about to leave Goodwill. You can see it right there. I've got the boxes of my goodies right back there. While I was leaving, I decided to leave the Empoli glass piece behind because I'm never going to clean it. Never mind, list it for sale. And then Rosie O'Donnell just wasn't worth it. So I left the two of those things there. I did keep the shoes, all those candle holders, a little cake, and the other things I showed you. I ended up paying $23. Hello. For all those things. Very excited. When I list those candle holders, I cannot wait to see how fast they sell. And while waiting to be rung up, I looked behind the counter. Sometimes people choose not to buy things like I do. They leave them at the counter, or they're just things that have to go out, or they're too expensive to go on the shelves, blah, blah, blah. Well, I saw this. Ta-da! Does anyone recognize that? Star Trek. It's the Enterprise. It's a model kit that you can see is still sealed. There's a tear in the plastic here, but that's fine. It is sealed. I paid $8 for it, red tag, so there's no discount. I got it because while she was ringing me up, I did a quick lookup on eBay, and that set regularly sells for between $180 and $240. What? And most of the items, there's a few of them listed that are unsealed, like mine. There are a few of them on eBay right now for sale, but they're all in Japan. There's a couple in the United States, but those folks who want to buy it from somebody else would have to pay for international shipping. So that really makes it much easier for me to sell. So I don't know how much I'm going to list it for. I'm going to do a little bit more research, but hello, very excited. I have hundreds and hundreds of dollars right here in my passenger seat. Now I just have to list it. That's the trick. That's the trick. I don't need to buy cat treats. I got those last night, but I do need to feed myself because all I've eaten was that donut from earlier, and it's 3:07 in the afternoon. So I will talk to you guys later in the next video where I do some thrifting or blah, blah, blah. See you later. Buddy's making biscuits. I'm going to list this Halloween ceramic Christmas tree that I have in the box there, but for some reason, Buddy wants to make biscuits under the box. Don't know what's going on. And hello again. Hi. It's the next day. It is 2:18 in the afternoon. I'm at Goodwill again. I went to my home group today. I hung out with my friend Vivian for a little while. She's moving to Prescott, Arizona. It's breaking my heart. I cried like a baby when she told me, but I'm thrilled for her because it's everything she ever wanted, but I'm going to miss her. So I'm walking through Goodwill, and there's just garbage. I mean, garbage on the shelves. Absolute. I mean, so I'm about to leave, and then I saw this. Just this. Can you see this? Just that. And I went, that's something. If you are a thrifter, you develop an eye for glass, in particular clear glass. It's not terribly exciting, but when you see certain textures and volumes, you know there's something interesting. And this is something from Costa Boda in their zoo animal collection. This is clearly a hippo. So you put this down on a shelf, and it's supposed to look like a hippo in the water, and is $3.99 minus my discount, and they resell for on average about $40. So yay, I was about to leave, and then I was just about to start filming, and then I saw this, which was just put out on the shelf because I walked by this 5 times, and it is an hourglass. It's a very large hourglass with black sand. I collect these. I have a bunch of them on my shelf. They're all different sizes. This would be the largest I think I have. I like the black sand, and it's $4. Yay, so that's mine as well. So my insistence on walking around until I found something is definitely paying off, especially for this little hippo. Now, if you haven't seen that video clip yet, you will, but it is a whole bunch of candlestick holders that I got that are very, very collectible, and 2 of them, one was broken and repaired, which is heartbreaking because it takes the value down to nothing, and one of them has a small chip. Do I see something else? Has a small chip at its base that also reduces its value. So I might sell them individually. I was going to sell them in 2 different lots, but we'll see what happens. Yes, very happy with these 2 things. And I see something else. A little old lady in me likes this brocade box, but it's cheap too. Yeah, there's just nothing really on the shelf. I might wait another minute to see if they pull something else out or another card out just in case. But otherwise, I think it's time to go home. This is an animatronic musical skeleton that plays Putting on the Ritz, and it works. It actually plays, but they want $10 for it. They resell very well over and over and over again. More of them have sold than are actually for sale right now, but I just don't feel any love for that thing. And if you're a thrifter, you know what I'm talking about. You have to kind of love what you buy, and I don't love that. And I think it's going to sit, well, not that I would list it in time for Halloween, so I'm going to leave it on the shelf. Hey guys, hi. So it is a few days later since I saw you last with thrifting. It is 11/16. I just left my home group, my recovery home group. I was going home and I thought, you know, there's a Goodwill right around the corner, and I have not been for 5 days, 6 days, so I'm going to hit it up and see what I find. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm officially old enough where young people hold the door open for me. Nice. Halloween stuff. I don't see anything worth pausing for. A bag of spiders. Yeah, there's just not a lot here. Yeah, this is what Goodwill looks like in Las Vegas. Yeah, you can see how thrifting has become a bit of a challenge here in Vegas. I saw these Timberland little boots, possibly for myself, but they're filthy, and I just don't think this is my style. It's just hard to walk away from a pair of Timberland boots in good shape, and I'm certainly never going to resell boots. It's just, I'm not in the mood. Hello, Eleanor. Hi, baby girl. Hi, honey. Oh, did you miss Daddy? Did you miss Daddy? I love you, honey. I do. Oh, right in the ear. Oh, right. Oh, boy, she loves that. Oh, right in the ear. Who doesn't love it in the ear? All right. Hey, guys, how are you? Welcome home. Welcome home. Let's see. Here we go. So, I got in from, where did I sleep last night? Newark. I was in Newark last night. Flew here to Las Vegas. Got in a little bit early, so I went over to my recovery home group, had a great meeting, and on the way home, I hit up a Goodwill, and I think I took you there with me for a moment or two. I was in uniform, so I think I filmed that. I found a pair of Timberland boots, which were in great shape. It's just, and they were my size. They were actually a 13, but they fit well. I'm a size 12. And I decided against buying them because they were $25 and red tags, so there's no discount here in Vegas with red tags. And they just weren't a style I would wear personally, and they don't excite me, and I don't love them. So I left them on the shelf. I really didn't find much else. You saw, I think, what was on the shelf. Garbage, just nothing. So I popped around looking through clothes, and I did find a couple things for myself, not for resale, but let me show you what I got. I am a sucker for gingham. I love a gingham check shirt. I just bought a red gingham check a few weeks ago from Goodwill. I didn't notice, but it was missing 3 buttons. I can still wear it as a layering piece, but it really was irritating. This, I don't know if it's actually been worn, or if it was dry cleaned recently, because it's very, very rigid for fat. But it's a J. Crew extra large, because I'm feeling a little extra large, navy and white gingham check shirt. It was red tag. It was $15, but I put it on and it fit me like a glove. And I'll tell you, a gingham shirt like this with a pair of jeans, a pair of khakis, really a pair of shorts, fantastic, really easy. But I'll tell you, put this under a navy, a plain navy blazer with a very solid navy tie, and I love that look. It's probably dated a little bit, but it's one of my favorite looks when wearing a sport coat. And I think I have a navy tie. I have hundreds of ties. I probably have, but I love this shirt. So I got that, and I love a tuxedo shirt. Who doesn't love a tuxedo shirt? And I found this tuxedo shirt. It has been dry cleaned recently. I don't recognize the name. It's not a very high-end shirt. It's got snap buttons. But when you snap them, I promise this won't take 20 minutes. It's got little black fake onyx buttons on the top. So really, really easy. You don't have to put in the studs. There's nothing worse than putting in your shirt studs and having one fall out or whatever. So super great. Fits me like a charm. Now, I love a tuxedo shirt just worn with a pair of jeans. Casually. I don't have to wear it as a tuxedo shirt, but I just think it's a great look. I do need to get a pair of black cufflinks to match the black snap buttons here, but that's easy enough to do on eBay or find them at Goodwill. But it's a beautiful, beautiful condition. Very, very crisp white shirt. And, you know, I own my own tuxedo. I think every gentleman should. There, I called myself a gentleman. I think really everyone should own their own tuxedo. And my tuxedo shirt from eons ago is in tatters. So I was very happy to find that tuxedo shirt. This is a little pullover, a little quarter zip pullover, which I think is, oh, it looks dusty on camera. It's not the most sophisticated of looks, but when I put this on, it actually looked quite smart. This open collar, the piece, the little ties hanging. It's got little patch pockets on the side here, and it just looked very smart on it. I can see this layered with something. I think it's by Michael Strahan. He's the guy I think on the Today Show or whatever his name is. That guy? I don't know. Not who I would lean towards for fashion advice, but it was actually quite attractive when I put it on, even maybe with just a t-shirt underneath. And with the seasons changing and my needs for layover clothing changing, that might be a smart piece to keep in my luggage. And lastly, these caught my eye because they're purple. I like purple. They're in good shape except for the shoelaces. The shoelaces have a little bit of age to them, and I can get a suede brush and brush this out. I don't know anything about these. They're a company called America. Apparently, it's a skate shoe. Who knew? It's a skate shoe. And they were $9.99. I get a discount. I get 20% discount. I tried them on because they're a size 13. And they actually fit pretty well. They fit really nicely. I didn't understand this. It's the tongue of the shoe is the density and size of a sponge. I mean, it's very thick. I don't know if that's just indicative of this brand or if that serves a purpose when skateboarding. Does that offer extra? Because there's a lot of padding here. Does that add padding for maybe quick, sudden stops or tumbles or something? I don't know. But I was looking at them. I did a quick Google search, I should say an eBay search, and they resell very well. And as I had them in my hand, I was putting them back on the shelf because I kind of decided, oh, and they have a little rhinestone. Very funny. I love me a rhinestone. But I was about to put them back on the shelf because I was deciding not to buy them when this young man walked by and he was eyeing them very hungrily. And he said, "Are you going to buy those?" And I was like, maybe. And I he pulled them closer to my chest. He's like, "Well, if you don't, let me know." And he looked like a reseller. So I thought, let me just do a deeper dive in terms of looking for these. They do resell quite well, from $40 to $70, if not more. Now, these are a size 13. I tend to think that most skateboarders, this is just by observation, seem to be smaller people than me. I figured this might be actually a good size to sell. I just need to brush them out a little bit and clean up the sides a bit. The shoelaces I'm not going to change, but I think I'm going to list these for sale. I told you earlier I don't resell a lot of shoes or boots and stuff because it's a pain in the ass, honestly. But if I can make $70 from 8, I'll do it. All right, so that's what I got today on my little Goodwill haul. I'll probably put together a couple more of these clips into a video where I can post this during Vlogtober. I just don't want I'm going to know when I'm going to be blah, 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 blah. I don't know what I'm going to be. I don't know when I'll be able to thrift again the next couple of days. And because if you've been with me before, you know there's always a story that has absolutely nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Here we go. So I'm inspired to tell you this. I don't know why I'm inspired to tell you this, but I used to stutter. That might not be a surprise to you. I don't even know if I would call it a stutter, but I would stutter sometimes. But the words, and I think I've told you this before actually, my words when I was a kid just never came out in an order that anyone could follow. And I struggled. My mush mouth. My mother was the only person who could understand me. Did you see the movie Nell by Jodie Foster? She's like a feral child raised in the woods or something. That's what I sounded like to a lot of people. I was blah, 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 and I just couldn't speak. There was no enunciation. I don't know I ever tried, but no one ever tried to listen. But my mother was the only person who could really understand me. They had me in remedial classes in 1st and 2nd grade. Do they have remedial classes? That's what I've been told. Because no one could understand me. And I guess if you can't be understood, people just think that you're dumb. I don't know. But they had me in sort of remedial classes when I was a young boy. And I credit my current speaking voice, cadence, syntax, with the fact that I started reading very early. My mother was a voracious reader of commercial horror. In fact, Stephen King was one of her favorite authors, and he is one of mine as well. The first novel I ever read for fun, for my own pleasure, if you could call it that, was Cujo by Stephen King. I was 10 years old. We were living in a double-wide trailer in Daleville, Alabama, and I had a little jackrabbit that I rescued from a hawk or something as a pet. Again, I mean, I'm practically a hillbilly. I read Cujo. I was 10 years old, and I loved it. And I think the next book I read was The Stand, which I've reread over and over and over and over and over again. But so once in a while, you're going to hear me do what I just did a few moments ago. Blah, blah, blah. My words in French, I know I've said this before. In French, they would call it liaison, where the words kind of flow together into this sort of romantic little stream of thought, you know. And in English, I don't think we have liaison. We just talk fast. So yes, that's sort of my little explanation. Periodically, I fall back into this laziness, my lazy mouth, and I start to blah, 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 my words kind of fumble together. A fun fact, you know how so many of you listen for when I say blah, blah, blah. If you listen closely, periodically, you'll hear me pause between words, or there'll be a little clip to some of my words, and I'll kind of pause for a moment and I'll continue on. It's because there was a word that wasn't going to fit out of my mouth. It was going to tumble out uncontrolled, and I was going to sound like blah, 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 blah. So my brain, I wish I really could think about what I was going to say next, because I would make more sense. But my brain sort of recognizes that tumble happened before it hits my mouth, and I can select another word that's going to come out without being jumbled. So just a fun fact, if you ever listen to my videos and you hear me kind of pause for a moment, or there's a little clip, just a shortening of the word before I say something, it's because I'm struggling to find the right words that are going to be intelligible. I told you this is going to be a 20-minute long clip. Let me stop yammering and give the cats some more treats, because they deserve them. And I think I'm gonna take all these clothes off right now, and we're gonna crawl into the daybed and take a little nap. Then I have to hit the P.O. box. I ordered some things from Amazon, and if there's a Goodwill nearby the post office, I might go. So We'll see. I'll see you there if I go. Bye. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. Or, hey there. This could be a video clip in any video during October, but I just popped into the post office to grab a couple things that I ordered on Amazon. I'll give you a little tour of what I ordered, but there was a box from Brandy. Brandy is a longtime subscriber and a love, and she sent me a whole bunch of things. A Halloween garland, which actually I might bring to work and use on the airplane in a manner that will not compromise anybody's safety. And there is something here, and that turned out to be a kitty cat frame with little fishy little accessories. How sweet is this? Wait, Brandy, are those your cats? Are those your cats? Super cute. She also sent me some treats for the kitty cats. Now, the cats love these bisques. They love them. Now, they really enjoy the gravy and the stews, but all they do is lick the gravy off of the chicken that's inside or the meat that's inside. They leave the meat in the bowl, but they lick all the gravy off. So they will enjoy these. But if you guys are ever going to send cat treats, you know the squeezables are always wins, but they also really like these bisques. But look at, she sent me a pile of treats. And oddly enough, one dude wipe. I don't know if I'm into dude wipes, but I am into those. And she sent me a stack of cards. Look at this one. Hope your day is bright and your spirits are light. Your heart is happy too, and hope you know that someone somewhere is thinking warm thoughts of you. Isn't that cute? Thank you, Brandy. And I got two more. Let's look at them, and then I'll give you a quick tour of what I ordered on Amazon. What do vampires and goblins eat on their nachos? Halloween poppers. Pepper. Oh, Halloweeno peppers. I'm bad at telling you. Halloweeno peppers. It is funny when you say it quick. Just queso, just in case you were wondering. Your friend Brandy Chapman, and Brandy has been with me for a long time. She has a YouTube channel, I think. I think she's mentioned that in the past. Let's see. And why am I thinking one of her cats is named Bella? And there's a Thanksgiving card too. She's hitting all my holidays. History tells us part of the reason I couldn't read the jalapeno peppers is because I was wearing my distance glasses that are not reading. History tells us that the Pilgrims never drank and never messed around and were always in bed by 9 p.m. Kind of makes you wonder what they had to be thankful for. That's hysterical. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Brandy, I'm going to use this box as well for shipping eBay sales, hopefully. Thank you for my package and my gifts and the cat's treats and the dude wipe. Thank you, Brandy. Now, let's look at what I ordered on Amazon, shall we? I ordered these because I dropped my debit card between me and the console on my right-hand side while I was in the car, and I could not get my debit card out. I had to get on the ground, on my knees, go digging under the seat, and I still had a hard time reaching it. And so I picked these things up on Amazon. They're supposed to fit my car, and they are two gap fillers that would go around the seat belt, and I could put my phone, my earbuds, or my keys or something in here, and this will stop debit cards and french fries from falling between my seat and the console. So I'm hoping those fit. The listing on Amazon said they would. What else did I get? I ordered fuzzy tail catnip toys. Now, do you guys watch Lucky Ferals? The Lucky Ferals? It's one of my favorite YouTube channels. The most lovely woman in the world. has this relationship with cats that, you know, I mean, she's just close to my heart at all times. She's had terrible losses with Stella and Boo over the past few months, but she has these for her cats, and they seem to really enjoy them. I wonder, I'm thinking more Eleanor will enjoy these, but they're fluffy, but crinkly, which they're going to really enjoy. I think these are more like kicker toys where they'll grab on with their forearms and kick with their left arms. That's not a really good look on camera. Let's just stop that now. But I'm hoping that the cats will enjoy these as much as her cats like hers. Let's use this box. And the last thing I ordered, I don't remember. Now, I shouldn't be spending all this money, but what else did I get here? Oh, a new phone case for my cell phone, because the ring that holds up my current phone that you're on right now is, it flips, and I have very little control over it, and so I just got a brand new case for my phone, which, because I film on my phone, you're never gonna see the phone, but this is the case. I always like clear cases for the most part. Isn't that nice? It's got a little kickstand, and that's supposed to be magnetic, I think. I hope. But yeah, that's my new case. I like it a lot. Very happy with that. Ta-da! So I got some gifts from Brandy, some gifts from Amazon for myself, and that's it. So I'm not quite sure what video this is going to be a part of for Vlogtober, but here we are. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next clip, or tomorrow, or whatever. I'll see you soon. And yes, indeed, that does fit the inside. I got some coffee or something on my seat. It does fit the inside of that. Oh, very pleased with that. And hello there, I'm at Savers, if you don't recognize the place. It is 9:18. The place opened at 9. There's already a line that's probably going to take 45 minutes to get through, because it's half off. Everything is half off at Savers on Mondays here in Las Vegas. So I picked up a couple of things. I got here real quick, and I found this little thing. It is a reproduction bottle. It's very pretty. It's going to cost me $1.50. It's a reproduction made by the Metropolitan Museum of New York. This is a company to watch out for. I'm not sure if I can pronounce it properly. I can't. It's a Portuguese, you'll recognize this. It's a Portuguese line of dishware. When it's in green, looks like cabbage leaves. I have done very, very, very well with it. I have not looked these up, but I will. And then I found 8 pieces of, I know it looks pretty nondescript, right? But I have to look it up. But do you recognize the name? Yes, thank you. 8 pieces for $4. So, yay, I'll take that. That's all I found so far. Yay, Savers! I was in there maybe 25 minutes. I thought there was a line. There was just a few people browsing the same shelf. So when I got to the registers, there were only 2 people ahead of me. The register opened up on my right-hand side, said next. I went right over. Boom! So I left the little vase. I left something else, a metal spider. I just kept the plates. Those. Look at the color on that cabbage leaf. So pretty. The Edith Heath, I can't talk. I sound like Peter on Brady Bunch when he was going through puberty. The Edith Heath plate, say that 3 times fast. They are selling for sometimes $50 or $70 a plate sometimes. So I'm hoping that I can list these and get these out of the house, because this is a fair amount of money in my hand. I spent $8 and I'm very happy. All right, the world's longest red light. So how did I know to grab those plates? How did I know they were valuable? Because it just was a beige plate with a brown rim. Like, who would have known to pick those up? As you develop an eye, as you thrift, as you find things, and as you do some research and things, you'll start to recognize little teeny tiny things. Mid-century 40s, 50s ceramics have a very particular color palette and texture. kind of the same thing with cars. If you look at vehicles that were produced over the last maybe 3 years, 4 years, there's a very strange color palette that you'll see. It almost looks like different colors of clay. There's a muddy pink, there's a muddy green, there's like a beige, very strange car colors, no jewel tones, all these sort of muted, messy, kind of cool earth tones. Very specific to a very, very short amount of time. The same can be said for mid-century ceramics and pottery and things like that. There's a very particular texture and color and volume and shape. The coupe shape, which is kind of a softly curving shape, very, very mid-century. So the minute I see any of those things kind of together, I grab, I throw in the cart. I don't even look at it for more than 3 or 4 seconds. It just goes right in the cart. If I happen to see a label in the back, as this is, it's printed Heath on the back, I knew immediately, just grab it. If you find like a really, really great Heath ashtray or a great little vase or vase, however you say it, really, really great. But these pieces of dinnerware are in almost perfect shape. And I'm just super excited. So yeah, developing an eye for what to grab is the trick. Now, I happen to have the eye of a little old rich lady. That's why I happen to be able to see certain things. I'm sure lots of people would have walked past those plates. And those red cabbage leaf plates, Banejo Pinea or something like that. They're made in Portugal. Very, very well known for a line that they make that looks like cabbage leaves. Mostly they're green, sometimes they're pink. I did not see a lot of the red ones on eBay, so I just have 3 of them in the red cabbage leaves. It's like the luncheon plate sort of size, or a bread and butter plate sort of size. Probably 5.5 inches across maybe. I only have 3. But I've sold 4 of the same size lunch plates. My camera is sloppy. For $80. So I'm sure I can sell these 3, and they cost me $1 a piece. So yay! All right, let me get to my meeting. I'll see you later. Alrighty. So what? Yes, this is the shirt I thrifted yesterday. Yes, it's clean, so I put it on because it was right there. So I stopped in the Nellis Boulevard Goodwill, and it's a hit or miss store. It's frequently a miss, but when there's a hit, there's a real hit. So I did not find a lot today. I did buy one thing. It's a merino wool, coppery brown, sort of, it's a really pretty brown with this navy element within this sort of the knit section here along the arm and also along the cuff as well, the bottom cuff. I think it's a really beautiful sweater. Really nice shape, no moth damage, and this would be great layered under something as simple as a t-shirt and a denim shirt, or I don't know, but it's a great little layering piece that I'll throw in my suitcase for when I'm laying over in cold destinations. Next month, I do not have any fantastic destinations. All of my layovers are less than 14 hours, which is fine because I'm working a whole trip full of 2 days. Very happy with that. Blah, blah, blah. Let me go hit one more Goodwill and then lunch, and I will see you later. I stopped off at the Sahara Goodwill here in Las Vegas, another hit or miss store. I found this little Yadro goose. They want $5 minus 20%. I'm going to have to look it up. I don't know how much one single goose is going to be, this little teeny thing. I was going to buy this for myself. It's a little Mikasa votive holder for the holidays. I just think it's pretty. But for $6 minus my discount, I don't think I need it. So I put that back. And I did find these Budweiser inflatables. I don't know what they are, but they are all brand new, unused. One of them is going to be 99 cents or $1. Same here. These two are, for some reason, that one's going to be $4 and $3. No idea why, but I'm thinking of buying them just in case, just as a little foray. We'll see what happens. All right, we're going to hit one more Goodwill, and then that's it. We're going to pass by the Halloween stuff. And that is an ambitious thrifter. taper candles. I might get these for myself if they're in good shape. Looking at that for my Christmas tree, but there's no price on it. Yeah, there's not a lot here. It's a very busy day. Isn't this boring? Yeah, I'm not going to show you everything on the shelves. There's really nothing to look at. No, the candles are in good shape, but the bottom of the tapers are too small to fit in any of the candle holders I have. It's that skull. Okay. Looks much more red on camera than it does in person, but it's a Fiesta Ware picture. It's just, I think it's relatively new. They want $5 for it, and I really don't think it's going to sell for much online if I ever listed it, so I'm going to leave that right there. Hello. We're upstairs in the loft. The lights are low. I'm watching a movie, and I got some company. Oh. Let's go to bed, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come on down. No? All right. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Tuesday. I forgot the date, which is weird. But I am just leaving my home group and I am racing down to a hotel to pick up a coworker. I was in a layover in LA not long ago, and I was looking in a case, and I heard this little delicate voice going, "Is that Steven? Are you Steven?" And it was a coworker of mine who is a camera. She is a subscriber of my channel, and she watched a lot of my videos. And we exchanged numbers, and I said, if you're ever in town, let's get together. And she messaged me this morning saying she is here for a long layover and wants to do a little thrifting. So let's get together. And so I'm gonna go pick her up and we're gonna hit a thrift shop. So I'm very excited, and I'm not sure how much space she has in her suitcase, but my new phone case is making filming here a little awkward here with the tilt. But I'm gonna pick her up and we're gonna go hit maybe Opportunity Village, maybe Savers. Don't know, but we'll find something, I'm sure. Let's go pick her up. All right, I don't usually look at dolls, but look how sweet these are. Look at that little thing. This makes me want to Google it because this looks so adorable. Ann Geddes. Oh, she does those photographs. Look at that. I'm going to put these in the cart. I'm going to follow my instinct. I'm going to put these in the cart and then look them up because they're in good shape. If they just need a little brushing, if these sell, I mean, I don't know, who knows. The shelves look much nicer here than they do at most Goodwills. This is the Savers on Charleston. Jesus. Look at Jesus. Usually Jesus has ascended. You never find him with his family. But these are really pretty too. These look like oh, he's missing his halo. But aren't we all? He's broken his little finger. That little face. Oh my goodness. Look at this. It's an ashtray, but it's shaped like a mid-century fireplace. Isn't that cute? So you put the cigarette in there, the smoke would come out of the top. $7, but still, it's copper. It's made in Chile. I think that's adorable. Alright, so guys, I am going to let this sit in the shelf for $16. It's a full McCoy canister set. 4 pieces, no chips, no cracks. But they sell on eBay for like $90, $100. But the work involved isn't worth it. So I'm going to leave it on the shelf. I know. Hey, this is Karen with an I. She is an amazing lady. She's beautiful. She's crazy. See this painting she has here? She's based at, where are you based? Atlanta. She's going to buy this amazing painting. Look at this painting. It's amazing. Mid-century. It is real. It's a real painting. Look. She's gonna take this and try and take it home on there.
I think I can do it.
I think you can do it. All right. Do you imagine being her coworker and seeing this try and come through KCM? You have to let me know if it works. Let me know. I need content for October, so you let me know.
I'll let you know.
Cute as these dolls are, they don't really sell much for on eBay. I mean, maybe 20 bucks. So I'm gonna say goodbye to both of them. Oh well. I just found this. It's a Pantone color guide. And inside are all the Pantone colors, and I guess how you would mix them. But there's 2 guides in here, and they want like $5, I think. Yeah, $5. I'm gonna give it a try. Guess what? Apparently, it is Senior Day here at Savers, so I am also going to pick up this necktie. You know I have a problem buying neckties. Isn't that pretty? It's from Harrods. They want $6 for it. I wouldn't have purchased it had it not been discounted today, so I'm going to pick that up because I have a problem with buying neckties. Once in a while they sell them. They sell good, but it's a once in a while thing for me. I just don't list them. And more stuff, guys. This is great. It's hard to tell how cute this is because it's just a little black jacket. It's a black $22 minus 30%. It's an Ike Behar wool jacket. Thank you. And this... Oh, will you? That.
There you go.
Look at this little jacket. $22. It's gonna fit. Look like I have a camera person. It's gonna fit. It's great for work. It's gonna be ideal. Now, all right. So wait, I got this. Close. Now look at this little jacket. How cute is this? How cute. Not with the shirt, obviously, but look at that little collar action. $14. Hello. So cute. So cute. My belly poking out. Very happy. Ta-da! All right. That tie back because I must have 200 neckties that are worth a lot more money than that one, so I'm not going to bother with that one. But so cute. And look at this, guys. It's a 2X, so it's roomy. I don't know if I would sell this or not because I could because it's a 2X. But look how cute this is. And wait, guys. Wait, look. It's a Robert Graham sweater. Robert Graham, hello, for $25 minus my discount. Come on. Okay, so Karen and I just had lunch at Capriati's, and we're in a second Savers, mostly because we had so much success at the last one. I don't know why I found so many things, because yesterday was half off day, and so most good things would have been taken. I don't know how I got so lucky to find so many things. But we're at the other Savers I was in just the other day, or just yesterday, and I don't collect teddy bears. I don't, and please don't send me teddy bears. But look at this. Look at that face. He's wearing a pumpkin hat and a little crow inside a pumpkin. I don't collect teddy bears, but look at that face. Oh! And this is the Savers where I found 6 different glassy babies, one of which I sold for almost $1,000, if you remember that. So whenever I'm here, I definitely look for a glassy baby. I've not found any since, but you never know when you're going to find them. Found this Longaberger basket. I love Longaberger. Everyone does. This one is signed 1994. They're made in Ohio, I think, or they used to be. And this leather strap, it's a real leather strap, lets you hang it from a hook or something, but you can actually attach it here with this little picture hanger. Isn't that nice? And you can just store stuff, you know, throw mail or whatever in that. It's a great little basket. Don't buy individual glasses often, but this is a Culver piece that is in flawless condition. It's only $1.50. So I'll see if I can sell this. If not, I'll just hold on to it until I find another one. I'm also picking up, look at that little guy. I think these are by Tiffin. I think I have to do a little research. They're really cool. And it's $2.50. It's a really cool glass, very, very heavy. And I've got a blue one here too. I have a set of 3 or 4 smaller ones in purple that I think are great too. So I don't know if I can sell these individually, but these are definitely worth holding on to because they're very collectible. Guys, losing my mind. Losing my mind. They must have put a lot of stuff out yesterday. Guys, I'm losing my mind. Losing my mind. Thank you, saviors. I am so happy right now. All right, so look, watch. So I see this and I love the color. Something about the color strikes me as being familiar. I'm looking at the edges thinking, oh, that looks like a studio piece of pottery. Very nice. Then I pick it up and I see this. Anyone recognize this? Anyone recognize that? Resale Pottery. Do a little Google. Look at this. $8. $8. Resale Pottery. $8 minus 30%. Losing my shit right now is what's happening right now. Of course, now I have to look at every single square inch of every shelf in this place. Jesus Christ. Alrighty, so I think that's it for this video. This has been, I'm sure at this point, a much longer video than I intended to make for Vlogtober. The videos in Vlogtober are probably going to be much shorter than usual, but there's so much content here with me thrifting over the past week or so of just gathering clips and pieces here. So I hope you enjoyed. What was your favorite thing I found in this video? Let me know. Or any surprises, anything you learned about the items I thrifted or technique or something, just leave a comment below and I will see you guys, well, tomorrow, because it's Vlogtober. All right, fly safe. Bye.